Mustangs, Miss Harmony here. I'm from Miss Ritter's class, and I'm here to do some science experiments. Any of our Mustangs could do these science experiments, but they're probably better for our younger grade levels. Let's get started. The first experiment, you need a ziplock bag, some very sharp pencils, I have 4, and just some regular water. Now, you can do this over a bowl, you could do this over the sink, or you could do it over the bathtub. Just depends on where you feel the most comfortable. So I'm going to take my water and I'm going to fill up my Ziploc baggie. Just regular old tap water. I'm going to go ahead and close the top so I don't have to worry about it sloshing out the top while I work on my experiment. So in this experiment, what you're going to do is you're going to take your very sharp pencil and you're going to poke it into the bag through one side and out the other. Now, I have a couple Mustangs here and I'm going to see what their predictions are. What do you think is going to happen?
I think it's just going to explode everywhere.
You think it's going to explode everywhere. And what about you?
I think it's just going to hit the bag and not even go through.
It's possible. I mean, water can be very strong. Well, let's go ahead and see what happens. Ready? Oh, it went through and out the other side. Look at that. We have one pencil through and it's not leaking. It didn't explode. Okay, now let's try another one and see what happens. Maybe that was just a fluke. Okay. Oh, look at that. 2 pencils through. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I put them the opposite way. Let's try 3 pencils. Look, 3 pencils through. Maybe something you could do is see how many you can get in before you get a leak. I've only got 4 pencils, so let's try one more. Oh, we made it. 4 pencils with no leaks. All right, Mustangs, I want to see your experiment and how many you can do. Now, my second experiment has to do with reaction. So what it calls for is pepper, and if you have a pepper shaker at home, it tends to work better than this because this has big granules. And the experiment calls for Dawn dish soap, but I thought we would try something else too. I grabbed some vegetable oil. Now, you could try vinegar, maybe you could try milk, anything that you can dip your finger into. Make sure you use a different finger for each kind of thing that you want to try. And so what you do is you start by putting pepper in your bowl of water. So this is what it looks like. You can see that most of the pepper is just floating on top, okay? So I'm gonna start with going ahead and dipping my finger in vegetable oil. I don't want a ton, but I want it to just be coated. I don't want it dripping. So I'm gonna stick my finger in and we're gonna look for the reaction of the pepper. Well, there was a tiny reaction right there. A little bit right there. Not very much, but enough that I think the oil probably coated the top of the water. And so let's see what else we can try. So now we're gonna go ahead, add some more pepper. And I'm gonna coat a different finger with Dawn dish soap. I think you could use any dish soap you have in your house. You can see my finger is pretty coated, but it's not dripping. So, ready? Let's go ahead and see what happens now with the pepper. Do you guys have any predictions?
I think it's just like that's it's going to go way.
Okay, it's gonna go one direction. What do you think?
I think it's going to bust sides out of the bowl.
Oh, you think it's gonna be so powerful, like a tsunami? Okay, well, let's see what happens. Look at that, the pepper completely moved to the side of the bowl. You can see all the pepper is now mostly around the side of the bowl. The pepper that you see at the bottom of the bowl is just sunk to the bottom. So that's why with fine pepper, it will work better. So again, you could try all kinds of things. Maybe Dip your finger in salt and see what happens. Dip your finger in sugar and see what happens. And then figure out which one had the biggest reaction. All right, Mustangs. This is Miss Harmony and her Mustang crew signing out.